So, girls, till now, we people have gone through many of the topics that we had been discussing from the beginning. Okay, we have discussed about space, we have discussed about vacuum, we have discussed about the earth, we have discussed about the states of matter. Yes, we have discussed about cells, we have discussed many topics. Okay, if I just go through all of these concepts that we have done till now, I was just thinking about one thing yesterday, so I just thought to discuss it with you as well. Okay, and that is that day when we were discussing about the models and we were discussing about that how to make a model, strengths, limitations, and we had been discussing about the solar system. So there is one question that you all were discussing about the solar system, that how to make its model and what can be the strengths in that model. So just a question came to my mind, and that question is that if you just imagine, if you just think about the solar system, so you will find out that the size of the sun is very large. When you are going to make the model of the solar system, so the size of the sun you always keep larger as compared to the planets.
Yes.
Okay, because you want to show it through your model that sun is quite large in size as compared to the planets which are very small. Then we have also discussed this thing that what is sun or what's happening in the sun all the time. It is basically a source of energy, source of light, like those explosions are happening over there. Lots of light rays are coming which are good for us, but there are many things which are harmful for us. I just had a question, and the question is that have you ever thought about it, that if sun is that massive body and if that much fire, that much energy is being produced by that, so can't it be harmful for the earth? Like how much time is passed till now that the earth is formed? ठीक है? सूरज है, जमीन है, कब के बने हुए हैं, कितना टाइम गुजर चुका है, and we don't know कि when the earth or all these things are going to be finished. We don't know. ठीक है? So in this all time, if the earth is continuously rotating around the sun, so आपने कभी ऐसा सोचा है कि कभी ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि जमीन जाके सन पे गिर जाए, या सन आके जमीन पे गिर जाए, or anything which is coming from the sun, it is going to destroy the earth. Have you ever thought about it?
Yes.
You thought about it. So then, what's the answer that you got?
When the sun will come to the earth, I think the whole earth will destroy.
Will. We are discussing कि अभी तक how is it possible कि अभी तक earth is safe from the sun?
Now see, if something from the sun comes, there are like two planets before us.
Alright.
So it's most likely to hit the first two planets.
If this is sun, ठीक है, and this is the orbit of the first planet, second planet. Let's say you mean to say कि earth is here,
Yes.
but it's not compulsory कि the rest of the planets are here aligned.
Yes.
They might be here.
Oh wait,
Or
okay.
here.
Okay, so okay, here's another thing. There's still some space in between.
Alright.
So while it's coming, the intensity or the speed
Reduces.
Yes. So
Okay.
even if there will be some sort of damage, there will be less, and it won't destroy.
And why the earth does not fall into the sun?
Anti-gravity. Yeah.
Anti-gravity. Gravity is that how earth is pulling the things towards itself. We are talking about why earth is not going to fall into the sun. Gee.
That Earth has its own orbit, and that orbit is formed because Sun is. I think Sun is giving. Sun has certain. It has a gravitational force, and
Sun also has a gravitational
yes,
force.
and it is providing the planets. That's why the Earth doesn't fall into the Sun. And how can the fire blast from the Sun come to the Earth? Well, I think that those fire blasts will take millions and trillions of light years to travel.
All right. Have you ever discussed about ozone layer?
Yes.
We did not do it in grade 6, but I just wanted to you people to know कि you people had been discussing about ozone और हम ये पढ़ते रहते हैं, discuss करते रहते हैं कि ozone layer is getting destroyed, holes हो रहे हैं and all that. So what is that ozone layer and what is it doing actually?
Ma'am, ozone layer is
One by one, she has raised her hand.
Ozone layer is like a layer around the earth. It protects the earth from the ultraviolet rays.
From where those ultraviolet rays coming? So that means sun is not coming near the earth, but it is sending something to earth which is dangerous. So one thing is ozone layer which is protecting the earth from those UV rays. ऐसे ही है, यही हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं.
Yes.
So इस एग्जांपल से एक चीज तो क्लियर होगी कि sun is sending something which is not good for us. So there is one protective covering, that is ozone layer, which is protecting us, जिसकी वजह से UV rays earth पे नहीं आती and we are protected by many of the things. Okay? But there is something else as well. So we are going to explore today that what is that something else besides ozone which might be protecting the earth from the sun. ठीक है? So I just suggest that please watch the video very carefully. Listen to it carefully. If you think, please take your notes and then we'll come back to the discussion.
I know how the sun can destroy the earth.
No, we are saying that sun has not destroyed the earth. Why?
Can you give some information about the ozone layer?
Okay, we can discuss about ozone layer right afterwards. Okay, not right now. Okay, right now we are just going to discuss that besides ozone layer, if there is some other protection for the earth that it has got, and that's why it is safe from the sun. So please, you can take your notes if you want, and be focused so that we can discuss. Okay? Should I play the video?
And blasting huge amounts of hot plasma out into space. All those charged particles have a big effect on everything in their path. So what's protecting Earth from the solar wind and solar storms? Earth's thick atmosphere provides some defense, scattering and absorbing solar particles before they reach the surface. But our planet also has a secret weapon, a strong magnetic field that projects into space, mostly generated by molten iron alloys moving in Earth's outer core. The area of space where the magnetic field interacts with the solar wind is called Earth's magnetosphere. Its shape constantly changes as it's bombarded by solar particles. As positively charged protons and negatively charged electrons enter the magnetosphere, most of them are deflected around Earth, long before they reach the atmosphere. The magnetosphere really gets tested when big solar storms, carrying more plasma and traveling at higher speeds, are on a collision course with Earth. While most of the plasma is deflected, some of it gets trapped in the magnetosphere and funnels back toward Earth along field lines emanating from the poles. As charged particles from the sun collide with nitrogen and oxygen molecules in our atmosphere, they create the cosmic light shows known as auroras. The bigger the storm, the further from the poles auroras can be seen. Some storms are so big, they interfere with satellites, cause planes to alter their routes, and can create other problems. The vast majority of the time, these inconveniences are pretty minor. But the next time the solar version of a perfect storm overwhelms Earth's magnetic shield, we might not be so lucky.
Okay.
If the earth burned, what would happen? We died.
So what did you learn from this? Did you find something interesting in this video?
Yes.
What was that?
That
They used one term in the video. That was, for me, that was the most interesting term. No.
magnetic
Okay.
force.
No. Earth has got something. Some secret weapon. Did they talk about it?
Yeah.
That Earth has a secret weapon. They talked about the solar winds, that yes, the sun is sending the solar winds and many things they are coming from the sun towards Earth. And if they directly come towards the Earth, definitely they are going to destroy the Earth. Okay? But the Earth has got a secret weapon. What is that secret weapon?
The magnetic force.
The magnetic forces. So Earth has got some magnetic forces which are coming out of the Earth, and whenever some solar winds or solar particles they come and they try to reach the Earth, because of this field they just get deflected. ठीक है? बजाय इसके कि वो directly ज़मीन पर आए, there is a kind of boundary wall because of this magnetic field, और उसकी वजह से वो deviate हो जाते हैं और वो इधर चले जाते हैं और उधर चले जाते हैं, and the Earth gets protected. Isn't it amazing? something very interesting and of course like a very complex type of phenomena, right?
Some do get in and
Yes, of course. Like that is another thing. They have shown you the shape, that this is the shape it will be formed, then it will go in this way, and then sometimes they might come back, but still when they come back, एक तो उसकी इतनी ज़्यादा travel करने के बाद उसकी intensity इतनी कम हो जाती है. Secondly, once it reaches there, so again it has its own protection that is going to protect it.
but at the end they did said that if next time some comes in, we might not be lucky.
Because it is just it is just a kind of एक वो बना हुआ है, it's not a permanent hard shell. ठीक है, जो उसको बिल्कुल सिक्योर कर रहा है. It's not like that. This is a field. Now it all depends कि हम वो एक चीज like I always believe in one thing कि whatever is naturally present, if we let it remain natural, so the things will go very fine. But we are the ones who are destroying each and everything on the earth, and we don't realize this thing कि naturally इस पूरे universe के अंदर जो चीजें पड़ी नहीं है ना, actually directly and indirectly they are protecting us. Just imagine, they said that these magnetic fields are coming from the earth. Who is producing these fields? They mentioned it. What was that? No, they mentioned something that what God has kept in the earth, molten something. No. No.
Gold.
Okay, I am going to play the same video once again, and now be more focused to find out that what is there in the earth which creates this magnetic field and provides us with this protection. ठीक है?
Electrons.
Okay, let's see.
All these charged particles have a big effect on everything in their path. So what's protecting Earth from the solar wind and solar storms? Earth's thick atmosphere provides some defense, scattering and absorbing solar particles before they...
See, here they mentioned this thing that from the sun, solar particles are coming, solar winds are coming, solar storms are coming. Okay? And if they directly come towards the earth, so it can be dangerous for the earth itself. But there are different protective measures are there for the earth which keep it safe. Number one, the atmosphere, जिसमें हम ozone की भी बात करते हैं. So this is something that is near to the earth and it protects us. Okay? But besides that, they are going to talk about the next factor that we have to listen carefully now.
They reach the surface. But our planet also has a secret weapon, a strong magnetic field that projects into space, mostly generated by molten iron alloys moving in.
So you said it towards the end. So molten iron is present inside the earth. ठीक है, जिसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि एक magnetic field create होती है, और जब magnetic field create होती है, it goes into the space. Now see, for example, here is the earth and this wall is the space. Alloy means basically when two or more than two metals they combine together, so they make up the alloy. So we had discussed it in the beginning also, जो हमने elements के बारे में पढ़ा था कि many elements they are not found in their pure form. They might be present in the alloyed forms. ठीक है? Here they are talking about the earth. This is the earth. ठीक है? This is the space. So all the magnetic field which is coming out, it is actually getting dispersed into the space. ठीक है? But there is one more thing which is very important for you to observe. अगर ये सिर्फ रेस की फॉर्म में अर्थ में से निकल के स्पेस में जा रही होती तो इसकी डायरेक्शंस ऐसे होती ना, ऐसे होना चाहिए था ना कि उसमें से मैग्नेटिक फील्ड निकल रही है and it is spreading towards outside. But do you see, is it the same? Or it's making a specific shape? It's making a specific shape. ठीक है? So we have to keep this shape in mind as well. तो एक चीज तो हमें क्लियर होगी कि when this magnetic field is being created and it is radiating into the space, so it is actually going in a specific shape. ठीक है? Let's continue.
Earth's outer core. The area of space where the magnetic field interacts with the solar wind is called Earth's magnetosphere. Its shape constantly changes as it's bombarded by solar particles. As positively charged protons and negatively charged electrons enter the magnetosphere, most of them are deflected around Earth, long before they reach the atmosphere. The magnetosphere really gets tested when big solar storms, carrying more plasma and traveling at higher speeds, are on a collision course with Earth. While most of the plasma is deflected, Some of it gets trapped in the magnetosphere and funnels back toward Earth along field lines emanating from the poles. As charged particles from the sun collide with nitrogen and
another important thing. They mentioned this thing कि उसमें से जब इतना ज़्यादा part reflect हो जाता है, deviate हो जाता है, इधर उधर चल जाता है, still there is some which might come over here towards the earth. Which parts they are showing that where it will go?
Poles.
Poles. And now if you just think about the shape that we were making of the magnetic field, have you observed that that was kind of this?
Yes.
Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now keep both the points in your mind. ठीक है कि वो जो हमने एक shape हमने देखी थी magnetic field that had this kind of pattern, and now they are saying कि वो जो particles जो यहाँ तक पहुँचेंगे भी, they will also be going towards the poles. Let's see.
Because they cannot
oxygen molecules in our atmosphere. They create cosmic light shows known as auroras. The bigger the storm, the further from the poles auroras can be seen. Some storms are
Sorry ma'am, after some time, once it's done, actually I have to record a lesson. I'm just recording my lesson right now.
How much time will it take?
Till 12:45.
12:45.
जी, ma'am.
Then there will be lack of 15 minutes in the gap. So exactly 90 minutes time now. I'm just
Alright.
putting it here. After complete
Okay, fine. I'll just make a call.
so big, they interfere with satellites, cause planes to alter their routes, and can create other problems. The vast majority of the time, these inconveniences are pretty minor. But the next time the solar version of a perfect storm overwhelms Earth's magnetic shield, we might not be so lucky.
Ma'am, I have
So they are calling that secret weapon as a magnetic shield, right? Okay. So right now through this video we have watched this thing that there is another type of protection, there is another type of shield that our Earth has got. That is the magnetic shield. Okay? So before we get into any other discussion, I want you people to let me know that what do you people know about magnetic field or the magnets? Anyone, whatever you know. G.
Then the Earth's magnetic field is created by the inner core and the outer core.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
Magnetic field is basically the field that is around the Earth, which is protecting us from the harmful storms of.
That is what you are talking about the video. Do you know about magnets or magnetic fields besides this thing? Have you ever studied about it before? Gianna?
if the opposite poles of a magnet are placed together, they repel. Like if south comes with north, they won't get together.
What is this?
Magnet.
A magnet. And it has got two poles?
Yes.
North and
South.
Does the Earth have two poles?
Yes.
Which are they?
North and south.
Can we take it as a model of Earth?
Yes.
North and south?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a magnet, it has north and south, and you people know this thing. Okay, if you bring another magnet near it, so if you bring south and south together, what will happen? They'll repel each other. And if you are bringing north and south together, so they are going to attract each other, right? Okay. So before we go into this thing, or before we go for those lines or these patterns, let's recall a few things. We had discussed that everything in the universe is made up of matter. Every type of matter has got some particles,
Yes.
and those particles can have some charge.
Yes.
It can be positive or it can be
Negative.
Neutral.
ठीक है? Or they can be, sometimes they can be neutral also. They don't have any kind of charge, right? All these charges, if there are some particles which have got positive charge and there are some particles which have got negative charge, so there is a phenomena that you just mentioned, repel and attract, right? If there is a positive charge, it is going to attract which charge now?
Negative.
It is going to attract it, right? Because they are opposite charges. What about the positive one?
Negative.
Okay, or I can do one thing. This is attraction, so they are going to attract or repel each other. So that means this will go there, this will go there. They'll try to move
Away.
apart. What about negative and negative?
Repel.
Again this. And what about these two?
Attract.
Attract. आपको पता है कि यूनिवर्स के अंदर चाहे सॉलिड है, लिक्विड है, गैस है, कोई भी स्टेट ऑफ मैटर है, it has charges. Even the air right now, it is made up of lots of particles right now, and some of them might be positive, some of them might be negative. कहीं पर attraction हो रही होगी और कहीं पर repulsion हो रही होगी. This attraction, this repulsion, and this random scattering of the particles, it keeps everything in one form. Sometimes एक balance create होता है ना, ठीक है, तो balance ऐसे ही create होता है. For example, now these 4 particles are there. These two are attracting towards each other, but at the same time it is being repelled from this side, and this is being repelled from this side. So these two are away from these two, but these two are getting closer, and at the same time these two are getting closer. अब इस particle के ऊपर एक attractive force apply हो रही है और एक repulsive force apply हो रही है. Same thing goes with this, same with this, and same with this. That keeps all of them in this position. यानी कोई आपको attract कर रहा है, कोई आपको repel कर रहा है, so that decides your position कि where are you standing.
Ma'am,
Yes.
but shouldn't the negative and positive just attract each other?
They are attracting ना, but at the same time क्या हो रहा है कि ये इसको push भी तो कर रहा है ना. Maybe there is another one negative on this side, and it's attracting it as well. So it is being pulled towards this side too. अब वो इधर से भी pulling हो रही है, उधर से भी pulling हो रही है. Where to
So
go?
that's how the air particles.
This is what I'm saying now. Okay, there are millions of particles are there around us. They all are, some are positive, some are negative. तो वो सारे के सारे जो है ना, कोई attract हो रहा है, कोई repel हो रहा है. So they all are maintaining a balance. ठीक है? This is how the whole universe is working, right? Okay. Now important thing. These charges, they are having an electric field around them. Attractive field का मतलब ये है कि अगर आपके पास ये पार्टिकल है तो इस पार्टिकल की इधर से भी अट्रैक्टिव फोर्सेस जा रही है, इधर से भी अट्रैक्टिव फोर्सेस जा रही हैं, ठीक है, और इधर से भी इसको रिपल्सिव फोर्स मिल रही है. सो उस पार्टिकल की जो अराउंड एरिया है उसके अंदर कुछ ना कुछ फील्ड है. दैट इज ईदर फील्ड ऑफ अट्रैक्शन और इट इज फील्ड ऑफ repulsion. Got it? That field that is created because of the charge is called as electric field. ठीक है, कोई भी चार्ज है उसके साइड पे उस चार्ज की वजह से जो फील्ड क्रिएट होती है उसको हम कहते हैं इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. नाउ you people have learned already about this thing in the chapter of electricity that these charges they can flow. ऐसे ही है, basically the electrons they can flow and the flow of electrons is called as current. When this electron is flowing and we are calling it as current, so because of the movement of the charges given, another field is created over here, and this field is called as magnetic field. ठीक है? Are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
So when this charge is moving, another field is created around it, which is called as magnetic field. Up already these particles had electric field. When they are moving, they have what? Magnetic field. So electric field and magnetic field, when they both combine and when they both interact together, they become electromagnetic fields. Now we will call it electromagnetic field. Is that clear? And when we are talking about electromagnetic field, when we talk about this thing, so let me show you that how this field can be drawn, or how can we show it that how the attraction or repulsion is happening. For example, if I am having this magnet, this is north and this is south, okay, this one, this is north and this is south, right? So always remember that the electric fields or the electromagnetic fields of the north, they always come out of it. This is the positive side. And south has this property that the fields they come towards it. All the rays they come towards this one. ठीक है? तो अब होगा क्या कि नॉर्थ में से जो लाइंस निकल रही होंगी they are going towards the south. Are you getting it? ठीक है? इस तरह से. And the rest will be going on this side. So this is how we get the magnetic field. ठीक है? If you want to draw it, you can draw it in this way. We will be inshallah doing one experiment. Actually, I did not get the iron fillings right now, otherwise we would have done it. Inshallah, we will be doing a small hands-on experiment with you, in which you will be using this magnet. We will be using some iron fillings, and you will see these lines by yourself. Okay, how these lines they are formed. ठीक है? So basically, the basic point that you have to learn is कि ये जो electromagnetism create हो रहा है, this is basically it's creating a whole field around that magnet. This magnet has got the ability जिसके around ये field create हो रहा है, it is called as electromagnetism. ठीक है? And what happens that the same thing that we had been talking about the iron, the molten iron in the earth. ठीक है? So कोई भी ऐसी चीज, you know that these magnets they attract the metals.
Yes.
That means that they have some fields which are actually causing that attraction among them. ठीक है? So that is the reason कि उसमें से भी जो electromagnetism निकल रहा है, उसकी भी जो rays निकल रही हैं, they are spreading into the earth. If we relate it with the earth, this was the point that I told you in the video कि earth के भी दो poles होते हैं. ऐसे ही, and the same thing is happening that electromagnetic field which is being created, which is coming out of the earth, it has these lines which are coming out. ऐसे ही है. And there are some which are going towards the south. So maybe these are the ones which are coming towards the south.
Things started to make sense.
Now you got that shape? That why was that shape that they have shown in the video? Okay, so these lines of the magnetic field, they are coming out of the north and they are going towards the south. So this is how you get this kind of shape. ठीक है? So when already these shapes are forming here, so they go over this side.
Ma'am, how does the magnetic field come out of the north?
Okay, this is Vita. If you remember last time when we were doing the circuits. So at that time you asked me about the flow of electrons, that the current will pass from which side to which side. So which side I told you?
High to low.
That means from positive to
Negative.
So this is positive and this is negative. It always goes from positive to negative. Right? Got it, girls? Okay. So this is all about electromagnetism. In today's lesson, we were just supposed to learn that actually what is electromagnetism and how our earth is getting protected because of this electromagnetism or magnetic field. Okay? जी बेटा.
Then why are there meteorites on Earth, like these big rocks that fall out of the sky? Do they actually fall out of the sky?
Better that is a totally different topic. Okay, inshallah we'll be discussing it some other time. Right now, I was just sharing it with you that in today's lesson we had to discuss basically that what is electromagnetism. Now you got it. What is electromagnetism? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. And the second thing that we had to learn that how it can be useful for our life. Why are we learning about electromagnetism? What's the purpose behind it?
To learn about how the Earth is.
अच्छा अभी मैंने आपको बता दिया कि ये होता है electromagnetism. ठीक है? On a larger scale ठीक है आपको समझ आ गई कि Earth is getting protected because of electromagnetism. Why it is important for you to learn?
So we can.
ठीक है ना वो तो एक protection मिल रही
Exactly,
है.
that's what I always say. I mean, it's already invented.
हाँ.
Why do we need to learn about
It's already there ना. ठीक है एक है naturally है हमने जाके कुछ नहीं किया. Naturally वो चीज है हमें एक protection मिली है, we should be happy with
So
that.
what's the point?
The point is why are we learning it?
Exactly.
We are learning it because when we get to know that how these things are happening, we can use this information. We can use this information for our own benefit. Okay? We can have any kind of industry, we can have any kind of field where we can use this, we can apply this concept and we can get benefit. For example, if you know that you have got some magnetic thing which has some attractive ability, it can attract something. So let's say you have a kind of, what is that called as those big vehicles which carry the stuff.
Trains?
Not trains, cranes, yes.
Right.
Okay, we have got the cranes. For example, if you have a big crane, okay, and there is a big, area is there where a lot of trash, a lot of things are there, and you actually want to take out the metallic things out of it.
Yeah.
you want to burn it or something and you want that all the metallic things should come out. अब आपके पास ये तो नहीं है ना कि आप उसमें जाएंगे और सारे ट्रैश में से चुनना शुरू कर देंगे. You can use the crane or crane के नीचे you can have this magnetic material. Okay, and as that part of the crane will go into the trash, what will happen? All the magnetic, all the metallic things, they'll come and they'll stick to it and it will be out. Maybe it will be a matter of few minutes and job done. Okay? So the thing is, these kinds of topics, if you are learning these kinds of topics, especially in physics when you are learning, even for me, I used to think it's very boring. But
Crane is already invented.
better listen to me. आप एक चीज अब देखो जो चीजें इन्वेंट हुई है ना, we people have been studying about the history of many things. आपने कितने टॉपिक्स पढ़े हैं जिसमें आपने चीजों की हिस्ट्री पढ़ी है, याद है? When you were discussing about cells, remember? हाँ, पहला साइंटिस्ट आया उसने ये किया, कुछ अर्से के बाद आया उसने ये किया, कुछ अर्से के बाद आया उसने ये किया. Actually, it's the progress. Wait. It's the progress. It's the development. जब भी कोई एक इंसान आके कोई डेवलपमेंट कर लेता है ना, he has invented something. It doesn't mean कि the story is finished. No, that is going to link to some other progress. ठीक है? If you remember, you have done one activity in the workbook जिसमें हमने पढ़ा था कि वोल्टा ने वो जो बैटरी की थी, इन्वेंट की थी, उसने तो कितनी बड़ी इन्वेंशन कर दी कि yes, I am done, I have invented a battery. ठीक है, बड़ा फेमस हो गया, सबको पता चल गया इसने कुछ कर दिया. So what? जो उसके बाद वाले साइंटिस्ट थे वो चुप करके नहीं बैठ गए, अच्छा उसने बना दी, so he couldn't do it. So what to do? No. They used that battery and using it they came up with another invention. ठीक है? So the basic purpose of learning these topics for you are to number one कि आपको ये समझ आए कि जो भी ideas, जो भी concept, जो भी चीजें they are already here, people have invented or they have already discovered or they have already talked about it. What is the background behind it? ठीक है? आपको background पता चल गया. You should be knowing that how this information can be useful for us. मैं आपको हमेशा से ये कहती हूँ कि maybe in future you want to become a scientist, maybe you want to become a doctor, you want to go into the scientific field, you might be going into any other field. जिस भी field में जाएं, यहाँ से जो आप चीज पढ़ के जा रहे हैं, at least you should have some knowledge about it. Believe me, today if you will be going home and you are going to share that idea of the earth being protected from the sun, just share it with your parents and then share their feedback with me. When you told them, how did they respond to your this information? ठीक है? Number two. Okay. So number two. अगर अभी हमने ये crane की example discuss की है, maybe sometime you are working at home and you are trying to find out something. You have a kind of drawer, उसके अंदर बहुत सी चीजें हैं. आपका कोई earring, कोई चीज उस पूरे drawer के अंदर गुम हो गया. Now you want to search about it. तो बजाय इसके कि चीजों को इधर उधर करो, if you have a magnet, just take the magnet and start moving it in the drawer. That is something different. I'm just saying कि ये जो concepts होता है बेटा, that is now your creativity कि आप इस concept को कहाँ पर कैसे use कर सकते हैं. So this is your creativity that you have to bring it out. If you are going to learn the topic as a topic, that is your choice. But it's you that who is going to make a difference to find out कि हम इसी चीज को use करके कुछ different करके दिखाएं. And this is what makes the scientists different from the other people. Yes, that they always think out of the box and they try to do something different. Okay, they don't follow the people, right? Okay, so anything else?